Imagine your organization has 1,000 Windows and Linux servers spread across multiple locations. You want them all in Azure Arc, but first you need to deploy the Connected Machine agent at scale. In this video, we'll cover two deployment methods, Ansible for our Linux fleet and Group Policy for Windows. For our Ansible deployment, I have already configured our Ansible node to be an Azure Arc Connected Machine. I can confirm this by running azcm agent show and viewing the agent status. For this at-scale deployment, we'll leverage the credential on this Ansible node to further deploy our Azure Arc Connected Machine agent to our Linux fleet. To do this, the managed identity of our Ansible node needs to be assigned the Azure Connected Machine Onboarding role within Azure. In the Azure portal, I'm going to find the resource group I want my servers deployed to. Then, in the Access Control blade, I'm going to choose Add an Add Role Assignment. I'll search for Azure Connected Machine Onboarding and select Next. I can now assign the managed identity for my Ansible node. I'm going to select Managed Identities and then select Members. From the Managed Identity drop-down list, I'll select Machine Azure Arc and search for my Ansible node. Now I can click Review and Assign. Now that our Ansible node has the correct permissions to onboard additional machines, we can continue our deployment playbook. There are three files we need to configure. Inventory.ini. This file represents all the machines that we configured by this playbook. As you can see, I have 3 machines configured. The arc-vars.yaml file contains the non-secret configurations like our resource group name, subscription, and tenant IDs, location, and any tags we would like to apply. And lastly, the arc-onboard.yaml ties it all together. It references our arc-vars YAML file and tells our playbook to use the managed identity or MSI as the authentication mechanism. Now all I have to do is run the playbook and watch as Ansible deploys the Azure Arc Connected Machine agent to our Linux fleet. To verify, go back to our resource group, hit refresh, and see 3 Linux machines appear. Now for my Windows machines. While I could also use Ansible for Windows, I'm going to use Group Policy here. Our first step is to create the service principal that we will use for authentication during the onboarding process. In the Azure Arc portal, select Service Principals under Additional Setup. Select Create, fill in the name of our service principal, select our scope, in this case, our resource group, choose when our secret will expire, and select the Azure Connected Machine Onboarding role so our service principal has permissions in Azure to onboard additional servers. Click Create and then download this client ID and secret. From the Learn page documentation, I've downloaded the ArcGPO zip file and extracted its contents. Then I downloaded the latest Arc agent and saved it to a remote share that is accessible from all Windows machines we want to deploy the agent to. Now that we have all the pieces, we can set our variables and run the deployment script provided in the Learn documentation. This will generate the Group Policy object with all the required settings for us. Within the Group Policy Management console, we can simply assign the Group Policy object to a specific OU, and once the machines pick up the Group Policy, we can start to see the devices on board in the Azure Arc portal. Thanks for watching this short video. For more information, please visit aka.ms/the Azure Arc Check-In.